I thought of making this how to stop being sad by a counseling student video for you, because I know that this is something that personally works for me whenever I find myself feeling sad or down or just lacking motivation in general to do things. So I thought of basically sharing these tips with you today, hoping that they would potentially help you too. An important thing to remember is that everyone does get sad sometimes, and it is okay to feel sad sometimes, so you're definitely not alone and it is a part of life. But I am proud of you for paying attention to your needs and wanting to work on yourself, and I know that every single individual is different, so this may not resonate with you or help every single person watching this video, but it has personally helped me, so I'm hoping that they will help you as well. So before we get into the tips, if your sadness is recurring or you've been experiencing depression and sadness for prolonged periods of time, then I would strongly recommend for you to suggest professional help, whether that's through a psychologist or a therapist or counselor, because that is honestly one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And honestly, therapy is for everyone and it can help anyone and everyone. But for example, I personally was struggling with anxiety and just mentally struggling at one point back when I was doing my bachelor's at university. So this was basically a few years ago. So during this period, I did utilize the free counseling services at the university, which really helped me. So this is something I would recommend for you to do yourself if you are struggling with something like this. Aside from that, if you are looking to lift your mood, these are the things that personally work for me. Okay, the first important thing to basically pay attention to is the connection between your diet, your sleep, exercise, and your mental health. There are multiple studies that suggest the link between these factors as well as your mental health and mood. Based on these studies, there is a direct link between your gut health and your brain. So basically, an imbalanced gut can cause many mood disorders such as depression. So looking into these factors would be a very good first step to start. I personally noticed that in myself as well. But this is just basically incorporating a healthier diet, incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your diet, as well as getting into a more regular sleeping routine, as well as incorporating exercise, whatever the form of your choice is. And I've also noticed that taking fish oil does help your mood. So it basically even states here that it supports brain health and assists with mood balance. So make sure you are eating healthy, sleeping well, and exercising regularly if you are looking to improve your mood. So the next thing that personally helps me when I'm sad is deep breathing. I've just started to incorporate deep breathing, meditation, and prayer into my daily practice. Okay, if you're not familiar with that sort of stuff, you can just try breathing in to a count of 5, holding for 2 seconds, and then breathing out to a count of 7, and then repeating that process a few times. So this is also again based on several studies out there that suggest that deep breathing can be effective against depression, stress, and anxiety. I have personally found that on days that when I do practice this, I am able to be more mindful of the present moment and the task at hand rather than letting my mind wander. It basically stops my mind from overthinking and enabling it to wander basically to the past or the future. For example, whenever I'm eating, I'm noticing the taste more and the texture and stuff like that, just living more in the present moment rather than having my mind wander constantly. Because this is something I do struggle with a lot. I do struggle with living in my mind constantly and living in my head sometimes. I have so much going through my mind, and it just makes me really sad if I do stay in those thoughts for too long. So this practice has definitely been helping me. So my personal favorite meditation channels and videos currently that I could recommend to you on YouTube are the Mindful Movement and the Honest Guys. We'll attach the name of their channels on here. The Mindful Movement and the Honest Guys. So another thing that helps me personally is doing something that I enjoy or that I'm passionate about, as well as having a social media detox period or a social media detox day. This one is a struggle for me because I obviously enjoy creating content, but I also tend to consume a lot of content, especially on Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. But I do think that balance is always key with everything in life, and then doing everything in moderation. So it's definitely not going to help with your mood if you are staring at a screen all day and then all night. Make sure you are taking a break and do something you enjoy, whether that's going for a walk, playing a sport, playing an instrument, singing, dancing, painting, going out to dinner, eating some yummy food that you enjoy. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing. I know you've probably heard this a million times and everyone seems to be telling you to go for a walk, but honestly, this is something that really helps you lift your mood. So whenever I'm personally feeling down, I push myself to go for a walk just along the river where I live or to a park, and just being surrounded by nature instantly lifts my mood. And another thing that instantly lifts my mood and helps me get out of my sad state is dancing, singing, playing guitar, and basically anything related to music, or even listening to some upbeat music instantly helps me. So I would definitely recommend and doing that. So the last thing that helps me is shifting my focus to the things that I'm grateful for, or the good things in life, or the good people that exist in the world. It can be very easy to just focus on the bad things, on the things that are going wrong, the bad things that people have done and stuff like that, but that can be a downward spiral and then basically negatively affect your mood. So I try to do this by basically counting the things that I'm grateful for. So for this, I will either take a journal and write down all the things I'm grateful for, or I will ask my family or partner to name 3 to 5 things they're grateful for that day, and then after they've shared theirs, I will share mine as well. So I do think that when you remember your blessings and just focusing on the little things that you are grateful for, it really does shift your mood and help you look at the brighter side of life and be happy. Well, it does work for me at least. So if you haven't tried this, you have nothing to lose. It could help you as well. And I always try to remember that the past is over and the future is what you try to make it. Alright, so these are some of the things that have personally helped me in the past and helped me when I'm feeling down and when I'm feeling sad. So I hope these things will work for you as well, and I hope they will make you feel happier as well. I love you. I'm proud of you. I hope this video was helpful for you and provided some value, and I'll see you in my next video.